should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you got to let me know.
How you doing, folks? We are back with another episode of The Mo Show. I'm sitting here with my friend Max. What's going on over here, Max? What's up with your mic? What's going on? I can't hear you.
You fucking forgot to plug them in.
Oh, I plugged mine in. Hold on, wait, no. I think yours isn't turned on. Turn yours on. Okay, hold on. I got it.
Owen. It's not the plug.
What? Wait, what? Hold on, turn it on. No. Let me
It was off.
Hello? There you go. There you go.
Good evening, folks. We are back here with
I don't know what episode it is.
I don't know what episode it is either.
It's been a while.
But it's been a while.
Yes, it has.
It's been a minute.
Dude, it does. It feels so good to be back. Sitting in these chairs on the Mo Show.
So we have a lot to talk about today. I think.
Maybe not a lot. That's a lot to lead up to. But we have a couple of things we want to discuss tonight.
Funny things, big things.
Now, what's the most recent thing that just happened? We all just went on a very
Thanksgiving, yeah.
hopefully relaxing Thanksgiving break. I just spent the week in Florida with my family. It was very fun. I was very thankful to be with my family that time. Max, what were you thankful for over Thanksgiving break?
Can you repeat the question?
Well.
What
What are you thankful for, Max? Yeah, what are you thankful for, man?
Oh, God. This is a big question. I've never actually been
think
asked
about it
this
for a
question,
second.
I don't think. There's a lot of things I'm thankful for,
And there should be.
but like,
What's the biggest thing that you were thankful for?
people be like, oh, being home for the holidays, seeing their family.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna take it farther back than just my dad, because as much as I'm thankful for my dad, I'm thankful for his dad, and his dad's dad, and his dad's dad's dad.
Well, why do you say that? Why are you thankful for your great grandpa?
Because my great-great-grandpa came from my great-great-great-grandpa's ball sack.
Okay.
Then my great-great-grandpa came from my great-great-great-grandpa's ball sack.
Okay.
Then my grandpa came from my great-grandpa's ball sack.
Mm-hmm.
Then my dad came from my grandpa's ball sack.
Yeah.
And then I came from my dad's ball sack.
Oh, I see.
And I was put in my mom's womb.
That's such an insightful thing to be thankful for, Max. I respect that, man.
I'm pretty thankful for my mom's womb.
You should be. That's, go home and tell your parents that you're thankful for your great-great-great-great-grandfather's ball sack and your mother's womb, and that should
Only 3 greats.
great-great-great-grandfather's ball sack. That should put a big smile on your parents' face. I'm sure it will. All right. Well, it looks like we got some stuff we need to discuss, so let's dive right into it. So, okay, Max, so you're thankful for your great-grandfather's ball sack. I'm thankful for family and friends. Pretty basic response. But, Max, that's not what we're here to talk about.
I have a shirt that says "Jingle My Balls."
Yes, you do, Max. Let's talk a little bit about the eventful week that just passed, though, because there were some things that went down.
There were some
the last week. I was not in town to get a first-hand account of the event that happened on Wednesday night last week, but I did see some Snapchat stories of my good friend Max here getting in a little bit of a tussle with a guy outside of a restaurant in Clifton. Max, can you give me a little insight on that?
Well, first off, it wasn't a restaurant. I don't spend my money on fast foods or any foods at all. Can't you tell by my physical shape? It was a little joint. Not like this kind of joint.
Not that kind of joint, my
but
friend.
this kind of joint. No, I was just hanging out with some boys, and we were walking out of the club and restaurant, and there was this guy. He started talking a little smack. You know how they are when you're under the weather. You talk a little smack.
It's what people do.
In Clifton, at least that's what they do.
Well, at least that's what that guy did.
So he started talking a little shit to me and my boys. We started tussling, going at it, and then he hit a girl. He hit a girl.
Physically put his hands on a woman in a negative manner.
Yes, and I've never been for that. Never will be for that.
It's good to hear.
I think it's a little weird that girls are feminist and don't fight for themselves. But yeah, but I've never been for a man hitting a woman.
So after the man hit
Yeah.
the woman, Max, what did you do?
I knocked him out.
You knocked him out. I saw that video. You cold cocked him right in the back of the ear.
It was a little cheap shot, but he was curb stomping my
I
buddy.
mean,
so he
it's
had
a
to
cheap
come.
shot to hit a woman, so you know.
That's a good way to put it, Owen.
I think it is.
That was a good way to put it.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's jump into it. What else happened? Ooh, Friday night. Ooh.
So I drove back in to Marymount on Friday night about 1:30. I guess it was Saturday morning technically.
Yeah, you saw me walking.
I did. So I drive in, really excited to be back home. Kind of, a little sad because it's 1:30 a.m. None of my friends are going to be awake, right? But, as chance has it.
You're going to Loveland that night, didn't you?
I did. I ended up going up to Loveland. It was a good
2 in the
time.
morning.
I don't. Time isn't really a factor with me. But so I'm coming home from Florida on Friday night, and guess who I happened to see walking down Wooster Pike?
It wasn't Santa Claus.
It wasn't Santa Claus.
It was me.
Next best thing though, Max Gears. So cute. It was so great seeing you after
Yeah,
a week
I
not
know,
seeing
I
you.
know.
That was very.
You didn't stop your car, though.
No. Well, we kind of slowed down, but I had to get home and help
Slow it
unpack.
down, that's what they all said.
Well.
That's what she said.
So, but that night, there was more eventful things that happened that night. Besides you and I seeing each other after a week.
I walked from Oakley Skyline to Marymount High School. It was a 4.1 mile walk at 3 in the morning.
It's probably the most exercise you've
My
had in the
car
last
left
6
me.
months, right, Max?
That was pretty good exercise, yeah.
That was me, dude. I'm sorry.
I think I lost about 5
You probably
to
worked out.
6
Yeah, you probably worked off all the Skyline you ate, right, Max?
pounds of water weight.
Water weight. That's what they call
So I was
it.
peeing a lot that night. Not going to say why. I was a little under the weather.
It's bad, dude.
No, under the weather does not mean anything.
And you
It
probably
means
sick.
I was
though.
under the weather.
So,
Like you think Santa Claus has been under the weather?
Max,
He has
shut
been
up.
under the weather. After that job.
Other than the fact that Max walked home for 4-something miles from Oakley Skyline, there were some things that happened at a get-together.
Where I came from, about 12:30 in the morning.
I don't know the facts, but at some point in the evening of Friday night, 2 women who, one alum, I guess you could call her, they were at a get-together, a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving, I don't know what you call it. They were together, and both of their purses were stolen.
Stolen.
Yeah.
Just took it.
It was an act of
Taken.
thievery.
Taken.
There were a couple suspects of the night, but
Okay,
everything's
but
concerned
in the court of law, you are innocent until proven guilty.
So
So-
we don't want to say any names up here to embarrass them, even though we're pretty damn sure we know who did it. But
You're a
besides the fact,
You keep that in
yeah,
there.
I'm going to. Besides the fact, both of those purses have been returned and are safely in the owner's hands, which is very good to hear. But it doesn't take away from the fact that 2 Marymount students' belongings were stolen from a party, and that makes me think, Max. When I go to a friend's house, I don't really think twice about my wallet getting taken out of my backpack or my phone getting snagged off the table. You don't really
I
think
do.
twice about that at the Marymount, get-togethers. But I guess you should now after what happened Friday night.
Now people wonder why I don't have little gatherings.
Makes you think.
It does make you think.
Yes, it does.
Light bulb. Okay.
Now on to the next thing here tonight.
Okay, so we're gonna throw it way, way, way back. About a couple weeks ago.
Couple weeks.
Crazy weekend. We talked about it on a Mo show that was never posted.
Never aired. We tried to record. It didn't really do that hot, but we're gonna try and redeem ourselves now and bring up a subject that happened. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
But
it's a shitty subject.
That's one way to put it, Max. I guess you could call it a shitty subject. But Max, do you want to tell a story about what happened that night?
Yes, indeed. I would love to tell the story. Okay, so we were out on the town. We were hanging out. It was a Saturday night.
It was definitely Saturday.
Yeah, and next morning, wake up. My mom
Your mom.
was totally fine with me. Leave the house. About 30 minutes later, she sends me a little text, a little email, whatever you want to call it.
What does that text say, Max?
Hey, Max. Hey, Mom. I got a question for you. Yeah, what's up, Mom? How are you? Max, don't ask me that right now. What's going on? Something happened last night. I was like, something happened last night.
Something definitely happened last night.
I had fun. I had fun.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean something happened? Max, did you shit in the Terrace Park Elementary School slide? No. But I wish I thought of it first, Mom. Woo!
Yeah.
Some kid shit in the Terrace Park Elementary School slide. What the fuck? Props to you. Fuck you.
And if you didn't catch that, I'm assuming an adolescent emptied their anal cavity on a plastic recreational playset in the Terrace Park community. It was at the Terrace Park Elementary school grounds, and someone straight up just took a shit on the slide, and that's just unacceptable.
And to be honest, it couldn't have been me.
It couldn't have
Ladies
been.
and gentlemen, parents out there that watch.
I have seen this man shit enough to know.
My shit doesn't come out of my ass like water.
You know, and now we're going to put a picture up, or at least we're going to
Melted
try.
ice cream.
We're going to try and put a picture up
We'll
on the
put a
screen
picture up
of the shit.
The shit in my shit.
We're not
right
going to put a
there.
picture up of your shit. We're just going to
Gotta
put a
be
picture up of the
something
shit on the
else,
slide.
right?
Now, if you take a look at this shit, you can tell that, you know, that it's submerged.
I'm swirling the
Listen,
shit.
it's submerged in a pool of liquid, and this liquid is unknown to the naked eye. But I mean, one can only assume that it's some kind of mixture between like urine and I don't know, liquid feces. You can't really tell. It's not a great picture taken. Now that this report, it was reported on TP List by I forget the man. I think it was a coach of the lacrosse team.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the coach's name? It's the young coach that dresses up way too much for the lacrosse games. What's his name? I don't know his name. But, so he reported on TP List, and he said, I quote, "I cannot believe this would happen." And honestly, Max, I agree with him. Well, I cannot believe that someone would do that. Especially someone that, like, we don't know. Like, we know it. Like, I haven't heard about, since it happened, I haven't heard anything about it. There is a kid out there that lives around us that took a shit in a slide.
Hey, guys. Yeah, that's pretty fudged up.
It is. It
looked
is.
like
And, you know,
fudge.
honestly, I would, if it's one of you guys who watch the show, hats off to you, because that's a ballsy move.
Yeah, I would not take my hat
wouldn't.
off for you, fucker. Fucking kill yourself. And that's all the time we have today, folks. Just kidding. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, we got one more thing we want to talk about. Now,
This could or could not.
we've gone on the surface of this a couple times with yourself, Max, because you were involved with an incident that has really put itself on the front page. It's really sparked and it's spread. Now, I don't know if it's your doing, Max. Maybe it's the product itself that makes it so, one could say, addicting. Now, what I'm referring to now is what people call vaporizing.
Oh, God.
The most popular form of vaporizing is
E-cigarette.
e-cigarette. Well, yes, but the most popular e-cigarette on the market at the moment, at least in our community.
Oh, you're talking about most. I thought you were saying what people call.
This product is called a Juul, spelled J-U-U-L. Little unorthodox. It's not.
J-U-U.
Yeah.
Juuling.
Now,
Julie. Julia. Miss Mama Jewel. You know the names. It's like marijuana, skunk, ganja,
Mary Jane,
Mary Jane.
Devil's lettuce. Yeah. Well, so the Juul,
You know what devil's lettuce?
Shut up, Max.
This looks like devil's lettuce.
The
A
Juul,
1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5.
the Juul has
5 leaves on devil's lettuce.
the Juul has really gained popularity in our community. With
You fuckers looking at me saying I started this.
and it wasn't him.
A big Chinese.
The first time I actually laid eyes on one of these pieces of technology was last summer. It was the summer of 2016, and one of my coworkers at
You mean this thing?
at 50 West Canoe and Kayak, pulled it out, and I was like, what is this? I had never seen one of them. They look very futuristic, and I mean, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I took a hit, and I couldn't stop coughing. It was really difficult for me to...
I asked Santa for a jewel.
It's not December 25th yet. Yeesh.
You're right. Some people think that
So yeah, that was...
jeweling can do this to you.
So that was the first...
But I think it does this to you.
So that was the first time I saw a jewel. And since then, they have been expanding at an almost exponential rate. I mean, I've been in the bathroom every day this week. It's Tuesday now. And, you know, hanging out in the stall, you just kind of, I mean, as habit, someone walks in the bathroom, you look down to see who's coming in. And I see all different sizes of shoes coming into the bathroom, and then the ever so clear crackle of a jewel happening. And I don't really get a visual on the jewel, but I hear it. I hear jewels in the bathroom every single time I go to the restroom now. You are bound, if you are a male at Marymount High School, walk into the bathroom at any given moment, there is a good fucking chance that one of the kids there has a jewel and they are ripping it. I want to put it out there now. It's pretty wild, and how
and all you parents out there saying I'm a bad kid, I took the fall.
He did
Your
it.
Child.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've
known this kid long enough.
You're fucking welcome.
He hasn't brought.
You're fucking welcome.
He hasn't brought a jewel to school since it happened.
Chinese,
Max,
big up yours.
I'm so proud of you for that. That's a big character.
You know who you are.
It's a lot of character development right there. You done?
Yeah.
You done now?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm good.
So that's just a little spotlight on the whole jewel fiasco happening at our school, and it doesn't seem like it's going to come to any end. I mean, there have been over 3 suspensions at this point, numerous emails sent out to parents, and there doesn't seem like there's any sign of stopping from the student body. It's almost like we're taking a little jewel revolution. What could you call that? A revolution? Is that it? That's bad. I regret saying it.
Yeah, I'd regret saying it. Just
Yeah.
like I regret not taking that shit in the Terrace Park slide.
That would have been very funny if you did that.
I
but
know.
I'm happy you didn't, because
Oh, yeah.
it would have been very obvious, because your shits are very unique. They splatter.
Fat and fluffy and round all over. That's what my mom says. Okay, well, folks,
I mean, that's really all we really got to talk about tonight.
that's all we got.
So
I mean, it's been a pleasure.
it has been a pleasure. It's also
I'm happy as sugar to be back.
as am I, Max. As am I.
And next time we're on will be the holiday season.
And the holiday special. Maybe not for another 2 episodes. We'll see. We have a couple ideas lined up.
Yeah, we got a couple ideas. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be juicy.
Oh, they might. They might be a little juicy. All right, well, folks, thanks for tuning in for this week's, or I guess I don't even know if it's a week thing anymore. This edition of the Mo Show. We hope you tune in next time. And I guess that's it.
Check back into the Mo Show.
Check back in, baby.